Hey, it's been a year. As bright as ever here. Ort, my man, how's life been treating ya? Pretty shit, I bet. Got your reactor core run right through. Damn, I feel ya being stuck on the verge of death for 6 million years. Still, you better thank me. Nappy time is soon over. I'll be healing that wound up for you. The cosmic tree Kiba, the center of the world in Mayan mythology, the 13-layer heaven and 9-layer underworld from Aztec mythology. You'll bore them all and shatter the planet. The time has come for you once again to rise from the bottom of the earth and head for the cosmos. This bottomless hole is the coffin. So does the weapon you require slumber within it? Not really within, it's more like below. This hole is something camouflage gouge out from the earth. The island we're standing on is also part of Ort. If we compare it to human, something like the guy's cranium. The bottom of this hole connects to its heart. You see that massive tree over there? That's the finished tree of this Lostbelt, named Quasar. Or was I guess. 6 million years ago, Ort was thrown all the way down here by the cannon, and then he forced it into dormancy by Mala. And yet right before its dormancy, it infested and consumed the fancy tree on the 9th layer. As a result, even the fancy tree, weirder it functions, were inherited by Ort. There are these caterpillars fungi in pan-human history. You see guys like the opposite of that. The fancy structured by Ingot disappeared, but thanks to Ort, Mictlan stayed the way it was before, continuing to operate as a Lostbelt. This is one case in which Ort being an imperishable monster actually worked in anyone's favor. It is imperishable but dead. It was killed, wasn't it? Matter what kind of being you are, you lose your vital organs and you'll die. Still, what happens after that is different for this guy. Somehow it's living organism, but lack biological death. Told you about artificial organs before, right? Replacement organs for when you lost some to injury or disease. Hello, idol. If you lost an arm, you just transplant one onto yourself. That is the exact same. If your return organs are rotting, you get more. If your brain's gone flying, you get a new identical one. Well, gonna be a long time until someone manages to make an accurate copy of the brain, but still, just using it as an example. Anyway, even the humans still die from parts of their bodies going missing. They've gotten to the point where they can restore their shape back to normal. But once dead, a human ceases activity even once, even if they got their shape back to normal, they won't come back to life. Even if they restore themselves back to something that looks and functions the same, they won't reactivate. If you think about it, isn't it kind of weird? By just using the function even once, organic life will die. Then we have machines. They are free from this weirdness. Even if their power source gets disconnected, and even if they reduce to junk, long as the broken parts are replaced, they'll come back to life. That is why it's said that once the brain cells die, it won't come back. The boundary between life and machine is an issue of natural versus artificial, or intelligence versus non-intelligence. 19. There's still like around like 4 more chapters. But rather whether or not all's over once you died a single time, call that Tezcala take on it at least. Yes, I'm happy to see that it appears you're in a better mood than usual. Life is something that can die. If something can die, then I say it's alive, even if it was a machine. But undeath isn't part of this. Stuff that refuses to die ain't life. They're phenomenon. That's the kind of life form or is something close to a phenomenon. Even if it dies once, as long as the shape remains, it will eventually reactivate. What's even scarier is that it restores itself automatically. Well, not like humans don't try at everything they got to heal their injuries. Simple injuries can be taken care of by yourself, and if its greater ones can be treated by society, then that's practically automatic healing it. Even so, if their brains or heart gets done in, to kick the bucket, there's a limit to what can be healed, see? There's a limit that word ain't got. The cells and its toes, the nervous system controlling its limbs, the heart generating its power, the brain that acts as its command structure. For Ord, these are nothing more than equally unimportant parts. Every one of these cells possesses every one of its function. No matter what part you destroy, it will restore itself. One reason it's so inactive like this because Mallow's gone and fool that damn thing. Sooner or later, this bad boy is gonna activate, whether we help it or not. But before that happens, the idea was that we do a little tampering with it. This monster would just run amok a bit, then get tired and fly away unless we give it a little order. And that's where you come in. Got it, Izakali? Iron Sen, my body is a 1-year Tezcala. I'm a being you created, ones whose purpose is to develop into God and then be offered as a sacrifice. Well done, looks like we ain't gotta wait for JP, then let's start. That is the arm of Goddess Tialok. Why is nothing but her arm falling from the ceiling? Wait, but that's impossible, it has to be. Huh, so what kind of fate led to this? Master Kadia, just what did you change and how for this outcome to occur? Tell me. The hand of the altar were what protected us. Got to experience something crazy there. We fell close to 100 meters, all while being embraced by some massive arm. Could it be that you saved us, Tenochtitlan? I was just trying to keep myself safe, that is all. I just brought you along for the ride when I happened to spot you still. It seems we are too late. Whatever the case, allow us to express our gratitude. Thank you for breaking our fall, Tenochtitlan. But your body is reaching its limit. No matter whether you want to stay an enemy or become an ally, we shouldn't try to move anymore. Now then. It is the fancy tree of this also, consumed by Ort, and the massive pit in front of us is the coffin of Ort. So you saved the enemy, who would otherwise fall into their death had you not intervened, did you, Hummingbird? Post-battle friendship, sure, go ahead, if we stand to profit from that, it ain't a bad deal. But what part of that's gonna bring us any profit? Now you better give me the logical answer for an Aztec god here. Alright, guess I'll have to cut ties with you for now. Might as well put you down here and guess it'd be kinda annoying if you came back to bite me after all. Wait. Please reconsider Tezcala. It might have just been some kind of mistake. Goddess Tialok is Metzgo's patron god. She's the Okalimi's god. She would never save the invaders from pan-human history. Think so. Seems pretty clear to me she did. And besides, all she ever protected was herself. She wasn't even protecting you, nor was she ever your god. Did she ever as much look at the locally even once? Of course not. Girl was a pan-human heroic spirit, right down to the bones. She never sided with the man-apes of Mictlan. That is not... She might have always been rather quiet, but regardless, Teal'c always. This ain't it, Izakali. Sorry, my bad. Really, I forgot how it feels to be all ordering of the gods when you're a kid. That said, the girl's name isn't Teal'c. Her true name is something else. You think someone who never revealed their actual name to you ever trusted any of you? Oh damn. So you didn't notice she was hiding her name then. Makes sense, you're a quick uptake, sure are. But I guess now that we worked all that out, we might as well fight. Given they caught up to us, ain't much more we can do. Let's start the final battle. No, it's my responsibility to take care of these people. It is due to the king to kill any invaders. Sure, the due to king. I guess I kinda wish you got past that by now though. I might as well spoil you one last time. Not gonna die anyway, are you? Go kill to your heart content. Master, not much time has passed since our last battle. Provide your servants with only much magical energy as needed. If it's just him, have a shot and I will be enough. I know. We never saw things when we fought at Mystical City, Mystical Altar, Chaldea. A shame about what happened to Chich and Itza. I was not blessed with the opportunity to meet and kill you on the battlefield. Nevertheless, I've granted one last chance. I'll kill you all, and then I shall become Tezcatlipoca. There is no need for your filthy pan-human history on Earth. You'll perish here, still ignorant of your own foolishness. But you're aware of your own foolishness. Feeling witty, are we? A big difference from last time we fought. Is that how you really are? You got guts. Both the first and the second time we fought, you were always practically trying to save your allies from danger. But not now. Now you are focused on only yours and the enemy's life in order to save the place where you belong, in order to save the world. I know that expression, that fighting spirit. That's the expression of someone looking to defeat their invaders. Right, I get it. If I bring this monster back to life, I'll become the invader who destroys your world. And what of it? There's nothing I want from pan-human history. Even though you're also a human from pan-human history? Why do you think that? Is it because I look like you people? Is it because I'm the only one who can understand your language? Or is it because the way I act is the same as you people from pan-human history? But even so, what's the issue? The same species killing one another is what people from pan-human history do. I'll prove here once and for all just which creatures harbor the most hate for their enemies. Hello, Jack. Hello. Ah, I see. I was playing it yesterday. There you go. Fix the title. Change it a lot. There, it's fix it. Hello, Omega. Avenger. Where's Smash though? And then Moon Cancer. What's wrong? Your mural's lacking, Izakali. Where'd your temperous bloodless go? Was Tearlock defections that much of a shock to you? No, it's a simply difference in ability. Even with such a small number of servants, that master's strength remains unchanged. So you acknowledge him as a warrior. Well, whatever. Humans can never match up to servants anyways. It was obvious how it played out. But it wasn't a waste of time. It's important to always try before you write something off. This smoke says Kalapolkas. If you feel like you're finished, then it's time to go fulfill your duty, Izakali. The Thanos heart we collected over the year have restored it or its body part, but it still need one last kick. Go light the ignition of the engine. Offer up your divine body to the coffin. Mictlan's ruin is at hand. What's wrong? You just need to fall into a hole. Should be far easier than killing. But you having second thoughts or what? I cannot do it. And I do not even know why. But I do not want to revive Ort. I get the feeling that cannot be allowed to happen. Please reconsider this, Kalapolka. I have no problem with pan-human history destruction. But there shouldn't be any need for us to destroy the planet, to destroy Mictlan. Izakali. Almighty Tezcatlipoca, your objective is not for us to be victorious. Your divine character is destruction and rebirth. Therefore, once pan-human history gone, the age of Okalimi should follow. Wouldn't both destruction and rebirth be fulfilled then? That is right. A convincing argument. Really didn't imagine I'd get all the way here only to be lectured by myself. Izakali actually Moctezuma, the king that ruined the Aztecs in pan-human history. Had my doubts about the end of your era, like how whether to start it anew was all that correct a decision. So the only way to determine this was to give you another shot. Call it a pity, if you want to be blunt. What choices would the betrayed soul make when given a second chance? And you did good over this 1 year. even if only in soul, you very much did overcome this Kalapoka's trials. So if someone like that feels like they can't do it, I'm not gonna protest. Even I did raise you into a god heart, with great care. I'll give up on offering you to Ort. If the sacrifice himself doesn't have the will to destroy the world, then that future won't be realized. Does that mean... Yeah, see ya. Why? I mean, he's totally a traitor when you look at a traitor. Those are the rules. If you want to remain a god, then do it with your life. Right then, a bit sudden, but I got a favor to ask if you make it. As you can see, things didn't go quite as cool as I wanted. The product I wanted to deliver gone away from me. And that is when I got the great idea. The heart of a human who raised 6 Lostbelts could probably pass off as a pretty good sacrifice, yeah. I mean, you're used to destroying stuff. I'm sure Orb will love it. Still, a bit too sweet to taste for me though. Don't treat me like I'm your product. Got it, you're the spoils of battles then. We're done talking. You rested more than enough, given how much you held back against Izakala, right? So you better give me your best. I'll grind you down between my teeth. $120? That's pretty strong. Right now I need Avenger. Still too much. Then I just bring mesh. break it 3 times. Wait, he has an annoying passive that changes my position of my party members. That's so annoying. Keeps using it's a stupid shield. This bear is so annoying. Yeah, finally! Break free as the bars. We're fighting him again. Nothing hits, nothing sticks, and it never ends. It's not like he's super strong or anything, but I don't see how we're gonna win here. We get nothings and never from Shion. We can't go on like this. It's too dangerous, Yuki. This smoke isn't just a smoke screen. It's an authority of probably manipulation. It's worse than being unable to hit him. Worst case scenario, he might manipulate the results of being defeated into not being defeated. For as long as this smoke stays up, this battle won't end. A truly endless struggle. But what should we do? If we use the black barrel, the whole cave would collapse. We need an attack on the barrel level, but with a narrow range. Enemy reinforcements aren't stopping. We can't anymore. What? This thunder? Not you again, damn it! What are you playing at, alien god? Mwahaha! Seems like my fingers slipped in from all the sweat. I mean, do you feel how hot it is? Nothing I could have done to prevent it. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a president, of course. No. It's Director Ogamari. Mahaha, seems like my fingers slipped it. From all that sweat, I mean, do you feel how hot it is? Nothing I could have done to prevent it. I should think the alien god wouldn't even sense this planetary amount of heat, not to mention that it's doubtful you have the abilities to sweat anyway. I do at least have sweat glands, I swear. I sweat whenever I'm in trouble actually. Senpai Da Vinci, that lightning bolt from the sky was from Ogamari. Yep, that was our... I was going to just wait and see, but couldn't hold myself back from flying in President of the Earth, alright. Accompanied by Father Kotsumini, who is standing up near the ceiling by the wall, completely outside of the battle zone, as always, the perfect pacifist. What is Kukulkan doing? Your strongest enemy should be met by their own strongest enemy, shouldn't they? Don't get in my way, beast. Can't you see I'm in the middle of a trial here? And besides, are you really gonna pretend to be a human again? Didn't you say you're pharaohs to these people? I was just over here sightseeing and happened to bump into you all by complete coincidence, that is all. And as usual, you're killing one another. Earthlings are so unsightly. And just to let you know, that was just my way of greeting you. It's not like I was trying to save anyone or anything. Huh? I see. I hope that you're still together. Be that it may, human hearts can tend to change. Even small misunderstanding can lead to corrective that cannot be mended. Ask when you must, apologize when you must. Drift way too far and you cannot hear the other call out. You only live once, whatever the occasion, don't balk at an opportunity to talk things out. I'm sorry for not telling you before. Very well, let's bury the hatchet here in the Earth's mantle. Hopefully that'll do at least something about how hot it is here. But never mind that, do you understand why I'm helping you out here? Of course! Because we're friends. Then Master Karia, together with his servant, here we go. His power is a low consequence, pay it to no mind, and command you to go all out. Yes, Master Pure Light, person of Karia, will naturally fight alongside you. Matches required to bring. Change my position again. How annoying. She can hit that barrier. Free hits.
ぜひ及ばず全滅あるのみ。
黙れ黙れ。我が行くは温州の彼方。アンテルシャトーティフ。熱くなりすぎた。風が出てきたな。山の心臓煙るから天と地を所有する者第一の太陽ここに死すり。
感情利子肥満
貴様。さあ力はためておく。熱くなりすぎだ。
Wait, it has taunt? That's so annoying.
この星を滑る者言うことがあるでしょ。示談想定します。パラドックスセット。承知。前に出ます。お任せを。示談そう照準捉えました。
チェカトチェカトカーウェテスカト。
演説の時来たわね。
熱くなりすぎた。いいな、とてもいい。
内熱衝撃弾想定。内熱衝撃弾想定します。死なず神ならばお任せ。示談想定します。照準捉えました。
力はためておく。熱くなりすぎた。
How annoying! Stop summoning. He keeps summoning those clones to annoy me.
おごるな、騙す。見えすいている。
この星を滑るものである。あのあたりちゃんと指導してキラッキラにしてあげる。ははは。身の程を知れ。1兆分の1になれ。
カーメンチェカトチェカト。
このオルテナンス。
熱くなりすぎた。いいな、とてもいい。
承知。アッキー
エーカトルエーカトル弱りエーカトルティトラカワ。滅亡の時だ。となるお手よろとる。
Pass through the veil.
演説中断。これだから野蛮な原生動物どもは。
さあ
いざ源氏死にそうらえ。恩の一文字承知。儚きは罪。この世はなべてチリアクタ。我が王貴様を捕らえたと。我が
wasn't enough.
主殿。
おごるな騙す見えすいている
温情はない。死なずいざ源氏死にそうらえ死なず
黙れ
王座お任せを
我が行くは温州の彼方アンテルシャトーティフ
儚きは罪この世はなべて散りあくた我が王貴様を捕らえたぞ我が無情調査必須
セローテに落ちてまた後でな
私は原始宇宙から来た女神一時の勝利など嬉しくもなくもないわ
That was really unfair. We did it! An overwhelming victory, well, all but expected given you were fighting alongside me. With that, the plan to revive Ort has failed. What? Is that how it works? That is how it works, my lady. I told you so, didn't I, that you only have things to lose by helping them out. The half year of hard work we did while hitting away in South American Lostbelt has now all come by wayside. That is good, Rasputin. I intended as much from the start, really. Either way, there's no way left to reactivate Ort. Neither Izakali nor Tezcatlipoca will now be able to serve as the sacrifice. Offering up still living heart of a person is how this mystical American ritual works. The plan of using the heart of a god as a denominator ends here. Yeah, there's no waking up or either with a soul full of doubts or a heart that is damaged. And if you did, wouldn't be able to give it any orders. It smacked a bit half-heartedly on Earth before scurrying on its way. I ain't gonna sacrifice myself without getting results. I gracefully accept defeat and get on with disappearing. My plan's gone and failed. Now it's up to yours, David. Do whatever you want. We'll meet again in the paradise for the dead. So you managed to repel Tezcatlipoca. I did think you were capable, but actually winning this firsthand is still quite a shock. You really showed me up. Now I know what's being concentrated since I've done the underworld pilgrimage already. Let's not stop right there. There's no reason to stop. If you want to stop me, show me that you can. I just arrived at the island, Ort's coffin is behind you. If I continue straight, it's only 20 more meters. After that, the plan's done for. I made the arrangement to activate Ort on my own. Are you really trying to destroy Earth? Aren't you part of pan-human history, David? There shouldn't be a reason for any of us to ever destroy the world. But there is. And it is for that reason I infiltrated Chaldea. Still, you really think I'm someone from pan-human history, do you think the same, Yuki? Do I look like an earthling to you? I don't know. I don't know the slightest thing about you. Really, an interesting answer, and one I've heard many times. Excuse me, but I'm running out of time. I got about 1 minute or so left of today. I minced up Kadok and the others. Next, I'll just have to cut you up, people. Servants? Wasn't David unable to summon any? No, that is not a hero spirit. In fact, it's not even light from this cosmic sector. He is from a place more than 14 billion lights year away, the terminal of dark art stars that flew to the outermost realm of the cosmos when the universe was born. But why? Why is he connected to a past radio source 14 billion light years away, whose lights cannot even reach this planet? Ever the alien god, even in your degraded state, you deduce the truth about things behind me. Or rather, you always were very bright, Olga Mari. The problem was that the director before you was too competent. An incompetent cannot run Chaldea. The fact you were able to direct Chaldea at such a young age is proof of your talents. It's only because of you yourself couldn't believe in that this friction occurred between you and your surroundings. Not only that, but there is also Lev. Linear psychological manipulation. He made you dependent on him, creating a barrier between you and everyone else. Up to that point, Gaetia's machination, the plot of the Demon Players, was perfect. Nevertheless, even then, something which could be said to be far more miraculous were the feelings of Lev Linear's had towards you. If it wasn't for that, there would have never been a possibility for us to turn the tables. The king of mages, Solomon, no, the king of demon gods, Gaetia. At that time, he not only incinerated the human order, he also birthed the defenders of the human order. Now you too. Why does everyone speak to me like they know me? Oh, who cares about that anyway? Let's go, Yukimash. If we let me get any closer, he'll win. This is the last battle. Fight and hope nothing back. Yes, we still don't quite understand what David is, but we cannot let him resurrect Ort. We'll subdue him right here and right now. Wait, if I remember correctly, David is a mirror image. The more intro, the more enemy the whole of the shadow he quests for. For this way, it's better we use 3 instead of 6. Something like this.
悪いが、パドックは間に合わない。お前たちカルデアの残党も異星の神の計画もここで終わる。では、行進を始めよ
う。言うことがあるでしょ。この星を滑るものである。
Okay.
俺たちはつまる異論はない。
演説中よ、静かになさい。
歌を忘れ、祈りを忘れ、私を忘れ、あらゆる重みを忘れ去った浄化の火を救いたまえ。贈り物だ。
開け。
装填します。
私が行く。任せ。想像力とは時には必要だ。三頭の悪魔、三頭の死を来たれ。溢れこぼれ氾濫し、血を濡らせ。ザジガーニへアンリマユ。そうだ。その悪心を見よ。
10億光年。
Got rid of the burn.
言うことがあるでしょ。ちゃんと指導し、あの辺りちゃんと指導して。知っているかしら。動かないで。演説中よ、静かになさい。1兆分の1になれ。
30億光年。
Isn't too weak against the mirror effects though. So using Rasputin's burn effects and Ogamaru's effects seems to work quite well.
時いいとも
ちゃんと指導して。
失礼。そうだ。
では
60億光年。
Just to feel his MP bar.
演説の時、この星を滑るものである。
そう異論時には必要だ。歌を忘れ、祈りを忘れ、私を忘れ、あらゆる重みを忘れ去った浄化の火を救いたまえ。踏みつけているぞ。セプス、セプス、サーチ、求めるがいい。
135億光年。
マグシンが過ぎたか。
状況終了。排熱、そして充電に移行しますね、マスター。
That worked perfect. A gap between space and time, or perhaps a rift. In the midst of battle in between seems of consciousness and consciousness, I walk slowly with a stamp, like regularly. The answers are in sight. The scenery expands like stretched caramel. And instances of the past events that led to his decision are put into order. His father was not a magus, but rather a mere researcher who had devoted himself to research about Semitic people. Actually, mere is not the correct label. He excels on account of his inventiveness, persistence, tenacity, and most importantly, force of fortitude that let him encounter miracles. In terms of the result of his research, it was enough to put him on par with prodigious magus, who had spent centuries evolving their magic circuits. Much field work he did, and at the end of it all, he discovered a single circlet, nothing more than an ordinary wooden halo. However, when he tried to look through to the other side of the circuit, that which spread across his view was nothing less. It was an angelic artifact. He didn't need to be magus to understand that this wasn't something that ought to exist on our planet. To experience it was enough. The father was bestowed with a lab, and from that day forward he became an observer of this angelic artifact. No matter what he tried, the angelic artifact could not be analyzed, and no matter what he did, it never changed. 20 years after founding the lab, the father had been blessed with a child who had just turned 10. On that day, the father had invited his son to the lab, and this wasn't due to negligence. It was because he had already deemed the artifact was nothing more than a totally unchanging gift from God. And it was then the light overflowed. An eternity of 0.2 seconds. Once the brief light abated, the father had vanished from the world. Both the father's name and his background had vanished from the people's memories, from all records in the world. It actually became as if he had never existed. There was nothing left but a burnt-in shadow of a person on the floor, indicating that someone had once stood there. Dad? The child saw it all happen clearly. He saw the shell burnt into the ground. He knew that it had been his father, that his father was no longer alive, and that he himself was unharmed, but also... That he himself has been present meant that he had also vanished from the world, much like his father had. In science fiction, there are two types of transporter. The first one works by connecting two parts of space and time, setting the human to their destination. The second one works by disassembling the human at atomic levels and reassembling them at their destination. These days said the latter is more realistic, but there is one thing which makes it hard to accept on moral, ethical, and philosophical levels. Human dies when disassembled on an atomic level. So even if what happens at the transportation location is an exact copy of the human, would that really make them the same being as before? The boy who had loved the movies immediately worked it out what was going on. The thing standing on the floor was the real him, while he himself, who was currently thinking all this, was a completely different thing. As inside, the stain on the lab's floor could never be removed afterwards, no matter what methods were employed. They are alive right now, and will continue to remain so, even after the universe is completely cooled. They'll live on forever. The headmaster has spoken, and so nobody ever stepped foot into the lab again. Exam results showed it that the substance that consumed the boy's body were exact same as the one he had been before. Retained the same memories and personality he originally had. In all respects, he was no different from the boy he had been before. Yet the boy knew better than anyone else that he was something different. Whatever he did, he didn't feel like he was truly a part of the world. Whoever he was close to, he didn't feel like he was among the safety of his fellow people. He is no longer of this earth. So went the thinking of the Magi in the department of lore. The boy did not disagree. He elected a human perspective and a sense of distance, those who had been, who was now staying on the floor. Nevertheless, the boy considered himself part of the mankind. Even if his mind wasn't, the base sequence of his DNA was human in every respect. He felt that even if he no longer considered himself human, he should still obey the laws of the order of mankind. In which case, what defines mankind? The boy had learned the answer to that ever so exclusive question from his father. Humans have all sorts of races and all sorts of mistakes that they commit, but what lies at their core is the same for all of them. Even without being taught to do so, all humans strive to do good in the same way bugs always move towards source of light. And that's how the boy would spend his 8 years at the Department of Lore. It was then he became aware that he had a single defect. The boy's memory, the system for recording events, had changed from how it was before. He could only record 5 minutes worth of events out of the 24 hours that made up each day. For him, each day had become 5 minutes worth of events. The reason this discovery came so late was because it would cause no anomalies in his daily life. The theory that events human needs to remember a single day fit into 5 minutes was something the boy had put into practice. For someone like him who compressed each day into 5 minutes, the 24 hours possessed by ordinary humans were kind and gentle, yet efficient amount of time. A day-bit, the one born from the artifact of the emptiness handed among the centipedes. As another aside, by the time he left the Department of Lore, David had figured out the conditions necessary to activate the angelic artifact. When there are 0 fatalities within the 20-kilometer radius in a 1 full day. That was the truth behind the helo subbrimed with malice towards civilization and had erased their father and the boy from Earth. I'm glad you had decided to show up on your own initiative. Welcome to Kyodea, David. I heard you were conducting some interesting research, and also that you were interested in my background. It seems you are in need of a precise view of capable of observing the universe in a way that mankind's current level of technology is incapable of doing so, am I correct? Yes, I don't care for its content, just the shape is enough. I like it to be as elaborate as possible. But I don't need it to go outside the universe. 13.8 billion light years would do no more. Your finds will be most helpful to me. I very much like you to cooperate with securing the human order. Securing the human order, the attention of the future, or perhaps even its determination, that is indeed a righteous order, but how specifically? So you can see that far ahead. I suppose I'll tell you then. Could you keep this a secret from your other teammates? And that encapsulates my objective. If you have any concerns, I'd like to hear them. I don't have any particular right now. That said, don't you think the chances of success are exceedingly low? There's already a chance of Maggie forming the core of the plan are far too low. Those who learn the truth will surely try to get rid of them. And that includes the counterforce. Nobody but me and Wulan would survive. Which is why we're hiding it this way. From the Mages Association, from our fellow Kyodeyans, and from the world as well. In the upcoming singularities that are part of the human order restoration, the Magi of the A-Team will not be masters. You will be concealers, cryptors. Will you keep that in mind? It was at that moment he decided on the order he needed to fulfill. His plan to destroy Kyodea. Even it meant he had destroyed the plan as well. David Senboy approaches things from a cosmic perspective. He is neither a servant of the alien god, nor is he fighting for the sake of the human order. He did not need anyone to teach him that. He did not need anyone to be happy about that. Humans are simply beings that do good. Even amounts the same thing as a cold heart-blooded instinct. We finally bit it. Where is David? In front of the coffin. You were 2 seconds too late, Da Vinci. 1 is all I need. Nothing can ward off my plasma. What? Nothing about this makes sense. There's a reason. The alien gods attack one war against me. Because you can see, I have the alien's god heart right here. Oh? Huh? Phew. What got in the way just now? It had a humanoid figure, but it wasn't human, not a heroic spirit either. It was something else, something more like a condensed form of pure energy. It teed me off enough that I inadvertently protected Chaldea's ship. If I see it again, I'll make sure to settle the score. Either way, I need to serve myself. I hadn't expected to get so worn down. I bet you didn't, but I predicted you would, Miss President. He sure does look like a traitor who always banks at people. Sorry about the sneak attack, but I'll be taking this. Partner's been making some crazy demand yet, see? Said he wanted to transplant your heart into himself. The thing, honestly, is giving me the creeps just by touching it. But he's not the type of guy to change his mind, so it sucks for me. That said, it'd be a pain if he came to take it back, so could you die for me? Huh, I see. That explains my reduced power. Tezukala Polka's specialty, pulling out hearts while they're still alive. But the alien god would surely be able to restore a destroyed heart, therefore I had figured something out. By maintaining it in an active state and having it constantly send out bio signals to you, I made it seem as if you still had your heart. I predicted it'd be enough to trick you for about 2 days, but strange enough I was able to keep the ruse going all this time. And now I understand why Director Ogamari. It's because you thought you better off remaining as your weaker self. Because you felt as if it would be okay for you to still be together with those two in that state. What a very silly dream. David. Too late. Your defeat was set in stone the moment you started fighting me. Lastly, let me answer your first question, Kierlight. My objective is to maintain the balance. That is what I have deemed the best for mankind. Should all 7 Lostbelt be excised, it would mean the completion of securing the human order. If that were to happen, it would surely give the Earthlings a bad name across the 14.8 billion light years around us. You'd be known as the most terrible intelligent life born in this universe. Before that happens, I would destroy Earth. That's the only way I can destroy Chaldea. The only way I can destroy the originator of this problem, the alien world known as Chaldeas. David, what did you just... Chaldeas is a miniature model of the Earth. It's not an alien world. No matter how perfect a recreation it is, the original Earth is right here, in which case it would make Chaldeas another planet, wouldn't it? The alien god is a god that was born within Chaldeas, and the bleaching of the Earth was a plan that was coded by Chaldea. The NSC Grand Order. The Human Order Secure Organization. We of the A-Team were pawns assembled for that purpose. Chaldea's has already been destroyed anyway. Wrong, it was protected. Why else do you think Anastasia was chosen for the raid on Chaldea? It was to preserve Chaldea's within the ice. The Renaissance genius Da Vinci might have been able to realize the truth during the raid. In which case, even if destroying Chaldea's would be out of her reach, she might have been able to cause some kind of malfunction. That in turn could have served to delay the plan. After all, Chaldea still had the option of remaining to reshift into Chaldea's at the time. That was taken into account by Chaldea's, which is why it was made to appear as if it had ceased functioning by being covered in ice. And you actually did give up on Chaldea's back then, escaping from the South Pole in the Shadow Border. This distancing yourself from the point where the real culprit was located. Of course, that was still the right choice. If you had stayed in Chaldea's base, you would have been wiped out. In fact, all your actions has been correct so far. Insofar as they are the answers to the questions of exam prepared by Mayor Spirit, at least. Then you mean to say Chaldea is the cause of everything? That we are evil that needs defeating? Not necessarily. You did indeed save mankind. You took back the future from the human order incineration, and that's something you can be proud of. Chaldea may be the cause, but you are not the culprits. In terms of what was right for mankind up to 2017, you were the greatest staff it could have had. Neither me nor Wulan would ever deny that, which is why, if you disapprove my plan and succeed in stopping Ord, then head for Antarctica. That is where our journey ends, the land where you will part with the Grand Order. There, I said most of what I needed to. That was my agreement with Crusateria. We didn't form one per se, but we both had the same idea. That should either one of us be the last man standing, then when we were trying to defeat Chaldea, we should present our enemy, Chaldea, with this information as well. It almost looked like he just went off on a casual stroll. We couldn't stop him, but more importantly, Chaldea is an alien world. Guys, if you're curious about it later, let's just forget about what David told us for the moment. Right now we need to get out here. Wak-chan is waiting for us at the upper level. Are you not surprised, Da Vinci? Of course I'm shocked, dude. Still, it makes a lot of sense, that is all. Alright, get up, Mashuki. Ord is coming, no matter Chaldea's identity or who exactly Mayor Spirit is. We're about to engage in actual honest to go up battle with protect Earth. We can't just be standing around. Remember what David said. Chaldea may be the cause, but you're not the culprits. If you don't like my methods, stop my plan and head for Antarctica. He said it would be the end of our journey. Crusateria must have thought the same. Even though they carried out what they believe to be the right thing, they never once denounced us. This isn't about good or evil, nor about duty. They carried out the task they felt was right, they could achieve, and they did so to the utmost. That's what it meant to be alive, what it means to fight. Do you really just want to hang your heads in shame down here? Anyway, let's get out of here. Agree, this place is dangerous. We should return to a safer ninth layer. Senpai, you carry Director Ogamari. I'll pick up Tenochtitlan over there. You Ogamari. Ugh, damn it, my heart isn't healing fast enough. Yeah. Let go of her. That's right, Or sees her as a part of himself after absorbing her heart. She's going to be disassembled and absorbed if we don't do something. She recommends retreating, detecting an abnormally high amount of radiation. Great amounts of cosmic ray are being emitted from the branches. Just getting close to it will give you a fatal dose of radiation. If it's impossible for a servant, then no living creatures will be able to eat her. It's hopeless, Wak-chan. These branches ain't no big deal. I'll bite right through them. Damn, that was close. Really close, damn it. Okay, maybe lost too much blood. I'm feeling dizzy and it's getting dark. Whatever, you good, Olga? You're making some crazy noise, so yeah. I hopped it down here like my life was on the line. This sucker got his for laying hands on my future wife, right? Though I'm well aware you're way out of my league. Hey, what's up? Come on, say something. You sleeping? Yeah, seems so. That is all fine. Getting a bit sleepy myself. Kinda weirdly quiet around here too. Oh man, what's going on? Can't talk. Did something bad go down my throat? No worries. I'll puke it up and get better very soon. Oh, but before that, there's something I need to say. The reason I stuck together with Yuki was because I thought I'd be able to meet you again. It just bothered me all this time, yeah. That I couldn't express myself very well. Stuff like that just ain't being part of being a fighter. Maybe I should become a priest like Tipu, huh? Still, what I said back then was true. Can't see a damn thing anymore, but Olga, your color at least, I know is as brilliant as the stars that glitter above. I'm happy to meet ya. I really do have a fulfilling life. No way, Earthlings are evil creatures, aren't they? They dissected me for years, decades, didn't they? I screamed over and over that I was human. I'm human, and yet nobody ever listened to me. So then why? Why am I being treated so kindly? I don't understand. We need to get out of here, Olga. The conversation ends here, and your study should be concluded by now, Alien God. Ort has obtained your art. It is the one in control. If you two merge now, you're the one who would turn into its subsystem. The what if has passed. You and Chaldea were always inconcilable enemies. Let us leave this Lostbelt with haste. It's come time for us to return to your homeland, the planet in the South Pole. You Ogomari. Stop, don't even come near me with that pathetic human body of yours. You're right, Rasputin. Not just my heart, but about 30% of my body was stolen by Ort. I'm going to need some time to restore myself. I do not intend to watch everything breathe their last down here. I'm headed for service, come along. Next will be against the boss battle. But that will have to wait. It's one battle though. And then it'll be part 3, which is the raid. Okay. There's no one on there, so just